Hey everyone, it is Melissa here with the Spirit Guided Life School. I am trying out a new software today. So if you do make it live and you're here, please say hi in the comments. I would love to connect with you. So today's topic is how to manifest your desires. Have you ever had a desire that felt out of reach, that you secretly, deep down inside you, desire this thing, but it's hard to admit it to yourself, it's hard to admit it to others, and it just feels impossible. It feels out of reach. So if you have ever felt that way, this video is for you. So I do see some people hopping on live, so please say hi in the comments. I'm trying out a new software for these live streams today, so if I look a little distracted or confused, that's why I'm trying to figure it out. But I would love to see your comments if they can come through, and that will confirm that you can hear me okay and everything like that. And if you're watching the replay, say hi in the comments as well, even though I'm not live. So today's all about how to manifest your desires. Now, why is this important? It's not important just for the sake of, oh, yay, I want this thing, let me have it. This is the pathway to living your life purpose. I hear from so many people that they are desiring to find their purpose, live their purpose, have more joy in their life, and they don't realize that what I'm about to share with you today is an essential part of that. They've somehow separated themselves from manifesting their desires. I can't do it because, and there's so many things that could come after that word because, right? I don't have the money. This is what's expected of me. I have to work hard. I have to look after my family. I don't have the time. So let me know in the comments, have you ever found yourself saying those kind of things, right? We do this because we don't know any different and because that's how we were programmed by our parents, right? So, ooh, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I want to get rid of that now. That's kind of interesting. So there are 4 words that I'm going to share with you today that are an essential part of the manifesting process. They are not the only part because there's a lot to this actually. It's simple, but there's a few steps. But these 4 words, if you don't put these things into practice, you simply won't be able to manifest your desires. So before I go there, the reason why this is such an essential part of living your life purpose is because a soul moves by desire. If you have a desire for something, there's something in it for you. It is your signpost along the way to the pathway that's your unique life purpose. Okay. So we're like, well, how do I find my purpose? This feels so big and overwhelming. Well, here's how you can break that huge kind of overwhelming feeling of what's my purpose? What's my mission? What am I here for? Into steps that you can follow. You start to see that roadmap. Yeah. Because a soul moves by desire. So those true heart's desires, those longings that you have, are telling you something spiritually. They're there for a reason. They're not just random things that you should just push aside. That is how your soul, that higher self that maybe you're not consciously aware of right now, that's how that is communicating to you. Yeah, so you imagine this analogy of there's a road and there's little signposts along that road that's directing you how to navigate this pathway. So this is why our desires are important. And that is the first of these 4 key words that I want to share with you today. Desire. Now, it is really important that you get really honest and true to yourself of what is it that I truly desire? What do I really, really want? And notice if you are putting those limitations in the way. If you are, you're starting to limit your potential. You are an amazing, powerful, creative soul. And you can manifest your desires. But first, we need to know what they are. And it's important that you really look at what is my true heart's desire, not just what I think I should do, what everyone else wants for me, what's expected of me. We sometimes do that without realizing it. But coming from the place of, okay, if I could create anything, what would I truly desire? Right? And I don't think it's helpful to sort of go way, way big, like, okay, I want to have $1 million tomorrow. If you're right now, you're earning 50,000. Not that that's not possible, it is, but it's like we need to take the steps, right? So when I say, if I could create anything, don't go so far out that you're sort of like out of the realm of possibility in this moment. Just go for that thing that feels a little out of reach, but you truly, truly want it. And this is part of the process of getting really clear about what you really, really want. Because sometimes we think we want the easy fix, right? Oh, I just want to win the lottery. Well, actually, maybe what you really want is to have more connection and friendship in your life. So maybe what you really want is to feel more connected with spirit and have that be a part of your life. What do you really, really want your life to look like and to feel like and to experience? And material things are a part of that for sure. I'm not saying deny that, but really look at the big picture of how you want to live your life day to day. Okay, so desire is the first of these 4 words that I have to share with you today. All right, so the second word is decide. Have you actually decided that you're going to create this thing? So let's say, well, I did this exercise with a group of clients the other day, and I said, okay, what is that thing that really feels out of reach right now? And what immediately popped in my mind for my life was to buy a house. All sorts of limitations come up with that. Because I'm self-employed, it's much more difficult to get a mortgage, blah, 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 blah. Like all these limiting thoughts pop in right away. And I've owned a house previously, but it was with a, romantic partner. So the idea of buying a house by myself feels out of reach at this moment. But do I really want it? Yes, I do. Okay. So then this word decide is, am I going to decide that I'm moving toward that? Or am I just leaving it out there in the maybe one day that would be nice, but it's not possible for me realm? Okay. I know that I have done this so many times, and we don't realize we're doing it, right? But have you truly decided that this is manifesting? That is so huge. If you have decided and you made that decision and you're not going back on it, then your energy becomes, how am I going to create this? Rather than, is this even possible in the first place? Because once you decide, it's a done deal. You've decided. Now, it doesn't mean that it falls on your lap the next day, but you have decided that it is happening and you are prioritizing it and you're moving toward it. Spiritually, there's alignment in your energy when you do this. If you were actually able to see energy, you would see that when we're wishy-washy, our soul, our energy is all scattered all over the place. When we decide, it becomes streamlined towards something. Okay. So I don't know if the comments thing is working. So please just say hi in there if you can. Okay. Let me just put a comment and see if you guys can see it. I just put hi there. Okay. So let me know, because I'd love to figure this out, but I'm doing it on the fly, so I apologize for that. Okay. So we've done 2 words. The first word was desire. The second word was decide. Okay. Now the third word is commit. Make that commitment that you are going to do this. Okay. Oh, hey, somebody said hello. Okay, it is working. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize for that, but awesome. I'm so glad to see that you guys can see me. Okay, so commit, make that commitment. This does go hand in hand with decision, but you do need to do both, right? You need to first make the decision and then you got to commit to it. Not that, oh, I've decided today and tomorrow I change my mind, but I really commit. So to me, I'm big on prioritizing in my life because there's only so many hours in a day, and there's so many things that we could do with those hours. Am I going to prioritize working? Am I going to prioritize family time? And am I going to prioritize going out and doing hikes? I mean, ideally, we have balance and get to do all those things. But committing means that I am bringing this to the forefront. I am willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to take the actions. I'm willing to believe in it. I'm willing to, just make that happen kind of a thing. Not in a forceful way, but just to bringing it to the forefront of your life. Okay. That's different than, wouldn't that be nice? If you have that, wouldn't it be nice? It's not going to manifest. Right? Martha, oh, cool. I've been in your class, Connect with Angels. I love that. Thank you. Okay, so then the fourth word, I wonder if you can guess what it is. The fourth word that's so, so, so important is believe. Okay? Do you believe that you can manifest it? Or you're still in disbelief? This can be a tricky one. And sometimes it takes a little bit of practice and meditation to get to the point of like, yes, I believe this is possible. If you don't believe it's possible, it will not manifest. This is really acknowledging how powerful your energy is, your energetic vibration. Belief draws things to you because you're in a different energetic space and vibration. Again, does it mean that it falls on your lap tomorrow? No, it doesn't. But, and sometimes it can. I have had very fast manifestation in my life, and I've heard many of my clients have said they've had that experience. But it's like, okay, I really believe that this is on the way. A great little meditation that you can do is imagine this little scenario where somebody deposited a very large amount of money in your bank account. Let's just make something up, like $300,000. But because of the rules of the bank, it just takes 3 business days for it to actually show up and be available. But you know that the deposit has been made. So what kind of state would you be in if that happened? Would you be in a state of, I don't believe it, or in the state of expectation and anticipation and excitement that it's a done deal, that it's on its way to you? Right? That's the energy that you can hold in order to draw things to you. And the more that you can practice that vibration and state and feeling regularly, right, the faster it will manifest. Okay, so here's your 4 keywords again. Desire. We need to be really, really clear and honest about what we want. If you don't want it, don't have it. I remember a client of mine a few years ago. She really wanted to downsize her house. She had a very large house. I've been in there many times. She became a friend. But her husband, she wanted to downsize, but her husband didn't. And he kept resisting and putting it off, so that she was sort of, it's always a tricky one between husband and wife, but she allowed him to stop that manifestation. And I remember having a conversation with her, and she said, I feel kind of embarrassed because most people want like more bigger things, but I actually want a smaller house. It just seems like it's not what you're supposed to want. But if that's what you truly want, then that's your authentic desire. Yeah. And it has to be true to you before you work with others. There always has to be some communication and with others, if others are involved. But first, let's get really, really clear and honest with you, right? And it's Valentine's Day today, right? And I think of this as a day of self-love. What could you do in that really self-loving level? It's not that we leave others out or be selfish, but you just have to begin with you, right? And then ideally, you match with somebody else who also desires something that's in alignment with you, and boom, you've got a compatible desire. Okay, anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Okay, so first word was desire. Second word, decide. Are you going to stay in will I, won't I, or are you going to decide, right? The third word is commit. Really make that commitment. So you don't decide one day and go back the next day, but making a commitment in your life. And I know for me, I'm not projecting this on you, but I know for me that I have to sort of prioritize those things I'm going to commit to, or I just overwhelm myself. So this is the season for this. This is the season for family. This, whatever it might be for you, you follow your authentic desires and path. And then the fourth word is believe. And this is so, so huge. Do you really believe that you can manifest it? Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments what really stands out to you the most of those 4 words. Yeah? And while you're typing that in, I do want to let you know that I am doing a retreat in May. So this is something that people will be traveling to from all over the place. I hope that you will consider being there, or at least taking a look at the information. If what I've shared with you today has resonated, you've got some aha moments, you're ready for more, I invite you to come to the Connect, Heal, Manifest retreat. It's happening May 16 to 19, and it's in the Virginia mountains. Traveling here should be pretty easy. All of the airport information is available. But here's why you want to attend a retreat rather than just watching videos in the comfort of your own home. Well, that's, it serves a purpose, of course. But a retreat is where you fully immerse yourself in your growth and your healing. Yeah. One of the most amazing benefits, and every single person that attended my last retreat, which was at the end of 22, this was the highlight for them and what they took with them, as well as the personal transformation. But their highlight was that sense of community, surrounding yourself with really loving, supportive spiritual seekers who don't think you're crazy, for one thing, who really are invested and want to back your healing. Not in a telling you what to do way, but just really they got your back. That's the environment that I create, both in my online programs and definitely in this in-person retreat. So community, really making those deep connections and friendships and having support. You get the experience of me guiding you through these 3 steps. The first, connect, is all about tapping into your soul wisdom, your intuition, your awareness that may have been suppressed, right? We experience all of that and you find your truth. Heal. This is really where the transformation is going to happen, because you probably have blind spots. You have a filter that you're working through and operating through, even when you're watching a video like this. So when you get in person and you really open yourself to the healing that you need, you're going to be able to unlock the blind spots, the limiting beliefs that have actually caused you to be in that stuck place in the first place that maybe you're experiencing. And this is really one of my strengths and my gifts that I share with people in this lifetime, is that I can see those blind spots and I can help you become aware of them and replace them with a belief and a habit that is really supportive to your uniqueness as a soul, not the programming from the past and what everybody else told you, but your truth. Okay. And then manifest is that part of the retreat is going to be about what do you want to create in your life as a result of this empowerment and healing that you've experienced. Anything that you might feel out of reach right now, you can create it because it's part of your purpose. So that's a done deal. It's not a question of, can I do it? That's a done deal because it's your purpose. But now it's just going to be allowing you to go through that process to create it. Okay. So You're going to be able to retreat from your home environment, set things up so that you get that space for yourself. What a beautiful day to share this on Valentine's Day. I call it Self-Love Day. Why not gift yourself this act of self-love by enrolling in the retreat? But when you're away from the pressures, the housework, the kids, the whatever else it might be, the work, you just get these 3 days to really grow. And that means that the growth is like 10 times at least what you would experience at home, because you're in this beautiful immersed environment and you get to relax from the pressure, right? That's huge in itself. I already said personal mentoring of your blind spots. Yeah, and just being in this beautiful environment. The location of the retreat is called the Sanctuary Retreat Center. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. My boyfriend came with me to visit it in December, and he doesn't desire to come to the actual spiritual retreat, but he's like, I think I'm just going to go because I like the hikes and the beauty of the place. The energy there is incredible. And we have a beautiful meditation room that we're going to utilize while we're there, that's provided by this retreat center. And we're going to have some, guest people come in to back me. My strength is the mentoring and the workshop style. You'll also have lots of time for breaks, for hiking. I'm going to bring in some yoga people and some body work people. So check it out. Now, why it's really important that you take a look at this today is because there's a really amazing early bird pricing that ends Friday night. Okay, so I'm going to put the link in the comments, and I'm trying to type it without spelling mistakes. Okay, I think I did that right. Okay, so yeah, it's a really amazing pricing right now that's going to end on Friday night. So communicatewithangels.com/retreat. I wonder if I can. Aha. All right. I'm figuring out this new software. How cool is this? Okay. All right. So if you have questions, post them in the comments or email support@communicatewithangels.com. I do see a question from Sri that I'm happy to answer briefly. So if anybody else has questions right now, please post them in the comments. Okay. So Sri said, how can we manifest like the affirmation? How should we say it? So what I shared with you today isn't really an affirmation, but I was telling you 4 keys that are really essential to the manifesting process. Yeah. But an affirmation, like what I would suggest is look at where am I limiting myself? What excuses do I come up with of why I can't do this? Because that is actually where the power is. If you can heal those limitations. Yeah. So for somebody, it's like, I don't have time. So then the affirmation could be something like, I have all the time I need to create blah, 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 X desire, whatever it is. Look at where you're limiting yourself, because that's where the healing is. When we buy into limitations and excuses, we actually energetically push that manifestation away. When we're in alignment, we're drawing it. My hands are on the screen. We're drawing it to us like a magnet. If I limit, I'm pushing it away and making that lag time much longer, right? So I hope that helps, Sri. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? If not, I'm going to hop off for today. This was so fun. I'm really looking forward to doing these more often. I love to connect with you. And definitely, if you're watching the replay and you have a question or a comment, please let me know, post them. Mwah, can't wait. Hopefully, I will see many of you at the retreat, and have an amazing rest of your self-love day. You're welcome, Sri. Bye, everybody.